Welcome to our countdown of the best action games on the Super Nintendo. The SNES is home to some of the most iconic and thrilling action titles ever made. Let's jump right in and see which games made the cut. Super Mario World, launched alongside the Super Nintendo back in 1990, is a landmark title in gaming history. Players guide Mario through the colorful world of Dinosaur Land to rescue Princess Peach from Bowser. The game builds upon the foundation of its predecessors with tighter controls, expansive levels, and the introduction of Yoshi, a dinosaur companion who can eat enemies and gain unique abilities. Power-ups like the Cape Feather allow Mario to fly, adding verticality and exploration to the gameplay. The levels are filled with secrets, including hidden exits and bonus stages, rewarding curiosity and experimentation. Super Mario World's vibrant graphics, memorable soundtrack, and charming art style make it a joy to play. Its perfect balance of accessibility and challenge ensures that it remains a timeless classic, beloved by players of all ages. As one of the best-selling games of all time, it's an essential experience for any action platformer fan. Donkey Kong Country, released in 1994, is a groundbreaking platformer that redefined visuals on the SNES. Developed by Rare, the game's pre-rendered 3D graphics were revolutionary at the time, creating a stunning and immersive jungle world. Players control Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong as they traverse a variety of environments, from lush jungles to icy caves, in their quest to recover their stolen banana hoard from King K. Rool and his Kremling minions. The game's tight controls, creative level design, and memorable soundtrack, composed by David Wise, contribute to its lasting appeal. Donkey Kong Country's mix of fast-paced action, hidden secrets, and cooperative gameplay makes it a timeless classic. Its success spawned a beloved series and cemented its place as one of the Super Nintendo's most iconic titles. The Legend of the Mystical Ninja, released in 1991, is a delightful blend of action, platforming, and light RPG elements. Players take on the roles of Kid Ying and Dr. Yang as they journey through a vibrant, humorous version of feudal Japan to rescue a kidnapped princess. The game's unique combination of side-scrolling action stages and town exploration keeps the gameplay fresh and engaging. Players can purchase upgrades, play mini-games, and interact with quirky NPCs to progress. Combat is fast-paced and satisfying, with various weapons and power-ups to collect. The game's colorful graphics, catchy soundtrack, and charming humor create a memorable experience. The Legend of the Mystical Ninja's cooperative mode enhances its appeal, allowing two players to team up for an unforgettable adventure. Its blend of action, exploration, and whimsy makes it a standout title on the SNES. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, released in 1992, is one of the finest beat-em-ups ever created. Players choose from Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael, each with unique abilities, as they battle Shredder and his minions across time. The game's levels are vibrant and diverse, taking players from the streets of New York to prehistoric jungles and futuristic cities. The combat is smooth and satisfying, with the ability to throw enemies into the screen, a feature that showcases the SNES's capabilities. Cooperative play enhances the fun, allowing two players to team up and unleash turtle power. The game's colorful graphics, catchy soundtrack, and memorable boss fights, including battles against Krang and Shredder, capture the spirit of the TMNT franchise perfectly. Turtles in Time's replayability and nostalgic charm make it a standout title on the SNES and a must-play for action fans. Mega Man X, released in 1993, brought new life to the classic Mega Man formula with faster gameplay, enhanced graphics, and a darker narrative. Set in a future where humans and robots coexist, players control X, a maverick hunter, as he battles rogue robots led by the sinister Sigma. The game introduces new mechanics like dashing, wall climbing, and armor upgrades, which add layers of strategy and fluidity to the action. Players can tackle 8 Maverick stages in any order, each culminating in a unique boss fight with weapons that can be acquired and used strategically against other foes. The vibrant level design, from icy tundras to bustling highways, is complemented by a high-energy soundtrack that enhances the experience. Mega Man X's tight controls, challenging gameplay, and rewarding exploration make it a standout title on the Super Nintendo. Its influence on the series and the action platformer genre as a whole is undeniable. While primarily an action-adventure game, The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past deserves its place on this list for its action-packed combat and challenging dungeons. Released in 1991, it follows Link on a quest to rescue Princess Zelda and save Hyrule from the evil wizard Aghanim and the dark forces of Ganon. The game's light and dark world mechanic adds depth to exploration and puzzle solving, requiring players to think creatively to navigate between the two realms. Combat is fast-paced and skill-based, with Link's Master Sword and a variety of items like the hookshot, bombs, and fire rod. The game's dungeons are brilliantly designed, each offering unique challenges and memorable boss fights. A Link to the Past's vibrant pixel art, rich soundtrack, and compelling story make it a timeless classic. Its influence on the action-adventure genre is profound, solidifying its status as one of the greatest games ever made. Super Mario World 2: Yoshi's Island, released in 1995, is a masterpiece of creativity and innovation. Players control Yoshi as he carries Baby Mario across beautifully hand-drawn levels to rescue Baby Luigi from Kamek and Baby Bowser. The game's unique art style, resembling a children's coloring book, is complemented by imaginative level design and clever mechanics. Yoshi's ability to swallow enemies and turn them into eggs adds a strategic layer to the gameplay, allowing players to solve puzzles and defeat enemies from a distance. The game's boss battles are inventive and memorable, often involving creative uses of Yoshi's abilities. The soundtrack is cheerful and fitting, enhancing the whimsical tone of the game. Yoshi's Island's emphasis on exploration, hidden secrets, and varied challenges makes it a standout title on the Super Nintendo. Its charm, innovation, and polish ensure it remains a beloved classic in Nintendo's library. Contra 3: The Alien Wars, released in 1992, delivers explosive run-and-gun action in a futuristic setting where Earth is under siege by alien invaders. Players control Bill Riser and Lance Bean as they battle through 6 adrenaline-pumping stages, filled with relentless enemies, massive explosions, and intense boss fights. The game's variety is a standout feature, alternating between traditional side-scrolling levels and top-down stages that use Mode 7 graphics to create dynamic rotating environments. Players can wield 2 weapons simultaneously, adding strategic depth to the frenetic gameplay. Iconic weapons like the spread gun and laser return, complemented by powerful bombs that clear the screen of enemies. Contra 3's co-op mode amplifies the excitement, making it a favorite among multiplayer fans. The difficulty is steep but fair, demanding precision, quick reflexes, and pattern recognition. With its cinematic presentation, fast-paced gameplay, and epic soundtrack, Contra 3 remains one of the most thrilling action games from the 16-bit era. Super Metroid, released in 1994, is a genre-defining action-adventure that masterfully blends exploration, combat, and atmosphere. Players take control of Samus Aran as she investigates the mysterious planet Zebes to retrieve a stolen Metroid lava. The game's non-linear design encourages exploration, with new areas becoming accessible as Samus acquires upgrades like the Morph Ball, Grapple Beam, and Space Jump. Zebes is brought to life with eerie visuals, intricate level design, and an unforgettable soundtrack that heightens the sense of isolation and discovery. Super Metroid's boss battles, including iconic foes like Ridley and Kraid, are challenging and memorable. The controls are fluid, allowing players to navigate the sprawling map with ease. The game's emphasis on storytelling through environmental details and minimal dialogue is groundbreaking, creating an immersive experience that has inspired countless Metroidvania games. Super Metroid's legacy endures as one of the greatest action games of all time. Super Castlevania 4 is a gothic masterpiece and a standout entry in the Castlevania series. Released in 1991, it features Simon Belmont battling through Dracula's castle in a quest to defeat the legendary vampire. The game's whip mechanics were revolutionary, allowing players to attack in 8 directions and use the whip to swing across chasms or block projectiles. Its atmospheric visuals, detailed backgrounds, and haunting soundtrack perfectly capture the dark, foreboding tone of Dracula's domain. With tight controls, creative level design, and memorable boss fights, it set a high standard for action platformers. Highlights include the rotating room and the treasure-filled underground cave, showcasing the SNES's Mode 7 capabilities. The game's challenge is fair but demanding, rewarding precise timing and pattern recognition. Super Castlevania 4 remains a fan favorite for its combination of innovation, atmosphere, and gameplay depth. It's a must-play for fans of side-scrolling action and horror-themed adventures. And there you have it, our top 10 action games for the Super Nintendo. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or new to the classics, these games offer timeless thrills and excitement. Thanks for watching and happy gaming.